Good morning, everyone. Thank you for spending an hour of your precious time, day off for most of you, if not a lot of you, on Sunday, a day to just really get into the heart. I call this stream Heart Space this morning. And when you stop and think about your space at home, your personal space where if someone's in your face with something, you feel a little invaded, right? The space of relationships. And then this other beautiful idea is this heart space idea that in my heart is the most important place. Hello, buddy, good to see you. It's the most important place because there's a saying, when your heart is in the right place, everything and everyone and this world's in the right place. Have you ever had that feeling where you just felt good in your heart? Everything was at peace. You had some tranquility, some forgiveness, or a lot of forgiveness. Everything was just right here. And if you haven't had a moment like that in a while, then maybe this morning's stream will help you realize how important it is to get back into your heart space. And then to clear it out in case there's a lot of other stuff going on there that is causing you some depression and anxiety and worry and judgments and opinions about almost everything, and it's just turmoil in there. You know, if you're in biblical times, when in the story of Christ, when he went into one of the synagogues or the temples there, and they were exchanging money, and he got really mad. And he threw them out. So we might have some money changers in here too. We might have some false idols in here too. You know, I often say that on Sunday after this talk, everyone's mostly thinking about what they're gonna have for lunch. So you could have your brunch as an idol that you're worshiping for an hour or so after this. So there's many things going on in our heart, lots of desires going on in our heart. But now we have to think about it as the most precious space that there is if you want peace of mind. Hi, Michael. And the funny thing about peace is that there is none of it until you have a heart that's cleared out and there's love going on, not just physical love or love for something or love for objects, but a love that is the real love. Then somehow you have peace. Now, if somehow you can get to inner peace, where you're able to just quiet your mind and just have no thoughts, or that mushin mind, or that quiet mind, where you can really just dream of peace and hold the peace in your mind, then you're going to feel love. It's funny how love and peace, baby. The hippies were right on. I know, because I was one. Kind of. I was a surfer hippie, a hippie surfer, yeah. Back in the 60s, anyone? 60s? Jim? Lynn? All right. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's fold our hands. Let's fold our hands, everybody, and rub them. And let's just see if we can just rub the idea that this morning, let's just go into our heart space, huh? As we'll just be with the breath, and we'll be with our intention, and we'll be with our trust, and we'll be with our faith, that there is a divine presence inside of our heart waiting for us. I call it the beloved. You can name it anything you want or don't name it. Well, let's just feel like getting into our heart space is top priority. So inhale the breath. Let's chant an Om to activate your intentions. And see if you can get that mind, that restless mind, get it under your control and focus this into your heart, because part of the reason your heart is restless is because your mind is all over the place, and a lot of us have abandoned the heart for thinking, for just the mind thinking. It can be quite devastating to your heart space, you know. Inhale the breath. Inhale. Saw a thing on the news that where in Turkey they combine mysticism with science, and they're in there playing their sacred music while someone's having an open heart surgery. Nothing new under the sun, I know. But they swear by it, kids. Inhale the breath. Get this home going into your heart. Om. And just place your left hand on it, on your heart, and your right hand over it. Because I would love, and we and all the great ones in the inner worlds would love if you had a time out from your mind and what it's convincing you of, and sometimes completely abusing you and completely putting a whole false reality into this heart of yours. It would really love that you had a time out this morning and visited your heart space. So we're going to I wrote a song called Heart Space. And from the song, I realized I need to have this stream this morning called Heart Space. But I want you to repeat the words before we sing it, okay? And it starts kind of different than a normal song starts. But anyway, here are the lyrics. All I really need. All I really need. All I really need is a little bit. Just a little bit of love. My sweet Lord. All I really need. All I really need. All I really need is just a little bit. Just a little bit of your love. My sweet Lord. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of your love. My sweet Lord. Your love keeps coming to me, coming to me, coming to me. Your love keeps coming to me, my sweet Lord. Your love keeps coming to me, coming to me, coming to me. Coming to me, my sweet Lord. Your love is coming to me, my sweet Lord. So I'm going to get back into my heart. It's a tongue twister. So I'm going to get back into my heart. Just to tell you I love you. Just to tell you I love you. My sweet Lord. My sweet Lord. Just to tell you I love you. Just to tell you I love you. In my heart space. I love you. In my heart space. I love you. In my heart space. I love you. So listen, you can keep your hands there or release them down. You can have your eyes closed. Whatever is most comfortable for you, but I'm not just singing for you something. I want you to maybe take some of it and personalize it and sing it into your heart and sing it into. I'm going to read you the lyrics to an old song by Bobby Darin in a little while. Take a guess which one. No, but that's a gorgeous song. No, not Mac the Knife. I'm talking about the heart space today, not Mac the Knife, man.
I like to see this.
Come on, it's Dream Lover. Dream Lover. Dream Lover. Wait till you hear the lyrics. This is what we're talking about if you feel like you need a little more love affair going on with the divine love inside your heart. Dream Lover. Dream about it as we sing this song, okay? It's called intuitive imagination because you have imagination which is human. And that is probably a very, very interesting thing that you better check out because it might lead you to some crazy suffering material, all right? Then there's the intuitive imagination, which is your soul self is kind of guiding you to go inside to the intuition of you and to know that you are this divine love, and it resides in your heart chakra, the anahata. But not only that, but there is a divine lover, a dream lover. But I call it the divine lover or the beloved that lives inside your heart waiting for each of you. Isn't that something? But you have to have intuitive imagination to get out of your minds, right? You have to have intuitive imagination to get out of all your beliefs. You have to have intuitive imagination to see if you can, even today on a Sunday when there's not as much pressure on you as a Monday through Friday for most of you, that you could spend a little time in your heart space with the dream lover. All I really need. I told you it'd be not a normal beginning of a song. All I really need is a little bit, just a little bit of your love, my sweet Lord. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of your love, my sweet Lord. See, I wanted to start with all I really need because otherwise you're searching, you're wondering what the song is, you're in your head probably and thinking about brunch, who knows, and other things that have occupied your heart for maybe many years, maybe many lifetimes. So I wanted you guys to maybe express to yourself so you could hear it, and to the divine, and to the universe, and to the truth. Here's what I really need. All I really need, everybody, all I really need is just a little bit, just a little bit of your love, my sweet Lord. Is just a little bit, just a little bit of your love, my sweet Lord. See, we're singing that, and then Rudy walked in. I always love it because, I do the same thing, and everyone looks and watches. And so, yeah, that's fine. You can look at Rudy. Let's all look at Rudy, right? And then go back to what we were doing. Oh, I just told my beloved in my heart that I was just needing a little bit of love. And then all of a sudden, I jumped out. Isn't it interesting, the mind? It's like jumping Jack Flash, man. Right? Just a little bit. Just a little bit of your love, my sweet Lord. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of your love, my sweet Lord. Let him know, just a little bit, or her. Just a little bit of your love, my sweet Lord. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of your love, my sweet Lord. Now here's the good news. Love keeps coming at you, man. It keeps flowing into your heart whether you like it or not. You can close the door, shut it tight, and not let it in, but that's up to you. But your love keeps coming to me, coming to me, coming to me. Your love keeps coming to me, my sweet Lord. Your love keeps coming to me, coming to me, coming to me. Your love keeps coming to me, my sweet Lord. Your love keeps coming to me, coming to me, coming to me. Your love keeps coming to me, my sweet Lord. Your love keeps coming to me, coming to me, coming to me. Your love keeps coming to me, my sweet Lord. Into my heart space. You're always in my heart space. You're always in my heart space. You're always in my heart space. Keep singing that. You're always in my heart space. You're always in my heart space. my heart space. Here's what we're going to get back. I'm going to get back, going to get back, going to get back into my heart, Lord. I'm going to get back, going to get back, going to get back into my heart, Lord. I'm going to get back, going to get back, going to get back into my heart, Lord. I'm going to get back, going to get back, going to get back into my heart, Lord. Just to tell you I love you. 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 My sweet Lord. My sweet Lord. My sweet Lord. My sweet Lord. And all I really need is just a little bit of your love, my sweet Lord. It's just a little bit of your love, my sweet Lord. It's just a little bit of your love. Oh, just a little bit of your love, my sweet Lord. Could you guys really hold out that love loves you? It will never stop loving you. It's loving you now as much as you ever could be loved. And it's just going to break through any which way it can if you just open up the door here. Open it up. Your heart space is really needing some vibes that are high, that are filled with the truth, that are filled with presence, that are filled with your dream lover. And that dream lover is never going to go away from you, ever. Your love keeps coming to me, coming to me, coming to me. Your love keeps coming to me, my sweet Lord. Your love keeps coming to me, coming to me, coming to me. Your love keeps coming to me, my sweet Lord. Feel it. Your love keeps coming to me, coming to me, coming to me. Your love keeps coming to me, my sweet Lord. One more. Your love keeps coming to me, coming to me, coming to me. Your love keeps coming to me, my sweet Lord. Into my heart space. You're always in 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 my heart space. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? So I'm gonna get back, gonna get back, gonna get back into my heart, Lord. I'm gonna get back, gonna get back, gonna get back into my heart, Lord. I'm gonna get back, gonna get back, gonna get back into my heart, Lord. I'm gonna get back, gonna get back, gonna get back to my heart, Lord. Just to tell you that I love you. 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 My sweet Lord. My sweet Lord. Just to tell you that I love you. Just to tell you that I love you. My sweet Lord. Oh, my sweet Lord. In my heart space, I love you. In my heart space, I love you. In my heart space, I love you. love you in my heart space. And if your hands drop down to the legs, just maybe bring that left hand back up and the right hand over it, just to secure your mind now a little more focused into the heart. And just be aware of your breathing. And let that breath help you remember that every breath in is a breath of love, a breath of life, a breath of God, a breath of spirit. And it fills your heart with so much love, so much love, so much love, so much love. And repeat these words, everybody. I never dreamed so much love could fill my heart. I never dreamed so much love could fill my heart. Day after day. So much love. Breath after breath. So much love. Day after day. So much love. Breath after breath. So much love. I never dreamed. So much love could fill my heart. I never dreamed. So much love could fill my heart. Day after day. Breath after breath. So much love. Day after day. Breath after breath. So much love. And again, I just hope that you guys can have a little break from being human and a lot of relief from the grief this morning. And oh man, it would be unbelievable if there could be a little breakthrough or break into your heart. Much needed, I'm sure, because of this time that you spent here this morning, not even knowing what the thing was going to be all about, really. I never dreamed so much love could fill my heart. I never dreamed so much love could fill my heart. I never dreamed so much love could fill my heart. I never dreamed so much love could fill my heart. I never dreamed so much love could fill my heart. Sing if you want to. I never dreamed so much love could fill my heart. I never dreamed so much love could fill my heart. I never dreamed so much love could fill my heart. Day after day, so much love. Day after day, so much love. Breath after breath, so much love. Breath after breath, so much love. I never dreamed so much love could fill my heart. Sing if you want to. I never dreamed so much love could fill my heart. I never dreamed so much love could fill my heart. I never dreamed so much love could fill my heart. Day after day, so much love. Day after day, so much love. Breath after breath, so much love. Breath after breath, so much love. So much love's in my heart. So much love's in my heart. So much love's in my heart, so much love's in my heart, day after day, so much love in my heart, so much love, breath after breath, so much love in my heart. One more time, folks. I never dreamed so much love could fill my heart. I never dreamed so much love could fill my heart. Day after day, so much love. Day after day, so much love. Breath after breath, so much love. Breath after breath, so much love's in my heart, 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 day after day, so much love in my heart, so much love, day after day, so much love in my heart, so much love. And just sigh out your breath when you want to. Thank you for kind of like a singing meditation introspection experience this morning. You know, I always have thought that what our prison system needs, instead of whatever they do, is that they have these kind of circles that we have right now, and they're punishment. Since we have in this material world duality, that's got to be some punishment. Get caught with your hand in the cookie jar. Should be things where they hate it. They hate talking about the love that's in their heart because they probably have a lot of other things in there. But what a great thing that they have to take the punishment of directing love into their heart. Now, I'm not talking about people in prison. I'm talking about you. And you. And you. And me. And you. And you. And you. Got to be honest, man. You've got to be honest because you know in yoga philosophy that there is the beautiful creative love here center, but there's an enemy in each one of our chakras. And you know what the enemy is? And this is deceit. Deceit. Delusion. And this is why, you know, my little thought of the day from the Alcoholics Anonymous program just came in, just by chance, when I was writing this Heart Space song called Self-Deception. So we're not off the track here, what I'm talking about. And if you have an alcoholic thing or something else thing, but we're talking about delusion-holic. We're talking about the great delusion we are under, the great Maya, the duality, the relativity, the fact that we're born and we die, and there's sickness and there's health. That kind of duality is a heavy dose of delusion, and we're all affected by it big time, right? You like some people, you don't like other people. You do the things you like, you hate the things you hate. But you know what? If you hate something, that hate is coming back at you so fast, you're not even going to be able to blink an eye or get out of the way of it. If you love something, that love is coming back to you too. If you have any thought of any kind, the karma of that is going to come back at you. That's why we have to be so careful and have so many songs that get us into the heart space that just completely, you know, take us off the track of this one-track mind that is going to take you all over the place, but into the heart space. Self-deception. Despite all we can say, many who are real alcoholics are not going to believe they are in that class. They drank themselves to almost a grave, and they ruined their families, and they ruined relationships. But I'm not an alcoholic. By every form of self-deception and experimentation, they will try to prove themselves exceptions to the rule. Whew. Therefore, non-alcoholic. Anyone here ever find yourself the exception to the rule? I'm first hand up. And I don't know why I created the story of my life to be 25 years in a monastic environment where all there is rules. And I became an exception to all of them. Until I realized the deceit and the lies that I was telling myself about it. So I went to prison. It's your turn. I went into an ashram. It's a spiritual hospital for the really sick, the really holics. And I'm asking if you have a heart space that is it's got room. Your heart space has room for you. Your soul space, your soul cave has room for you, darling. If you go to a church, the pews, there's lots of room in the pews these days. There's services all over the place. But we have to get into something that is going to get us out of this self-deceit thing. So this is the thought to ponder. I'd rather go through life sober, believing I am an alcoholic, than to go through life drunk, trying to convince myself that I am not. Now, I'm a counselor since 1982, okay? And I'm still coaching people one-on-one. So I've heard everything, I've seen everything, and I continue to hear everything. And all the excuses and all the deceit of the mind. Because I know I'm an expert. I created every kind of experimentation of fooling myself that I'm an exception to all of this that the truth says. But I can just tell you from all of that how it is that we are so still in the prison. Folks, we're still in the prison. And really one thing can save us all, and that is mercy and compassion that comes from being in your heart, because that's the first thing the heart lover, the dream lover is going to teach you, is compassion for yourself and understanding for yourself. So when you just mess up again, when you find that you know, after the pain of a human relationship that you still, oh, I'm done, and then all of a sudden here comes some little attraction, and since you haven't established yourself in your heart, there you go again, ready to totally have another broken heart. And there you go again, convincing yourself that this person is different. And then you go to some wisdom, you know, something that would sober you up. And here a quote from Yogananda says that all human conduct is ever unreliable until it's anchored in the divine. So I'm a wedding minister. I want to include that in the vows. But not many of the people were interested in that when I told them that, the bride. You know, they want the typical things that sound good, the little things you say that sound nice, maybe even please some of your family members, you know. And I also try to get them to change their lives a little bit before the ceremony, but not many have anything to do with that. But I wanted to say, why don't you say to the person, I am absolutely unreliable. Absolutely a friggin' mess. No, really. I can't count on myself, so you're not going to be able to count on me. But I'm going to make a vow right now to my higher self that I'm going to go to that source of my life for healing. That I will promise you, my dear. And maybe she would say something else. I mean, similar. Something similar. That I am going to get myself out of prison so I can be the best friend, the highest companion that you can have in your lifetime, right next to you. In the space that we create in our home, for God's sake. Starting within our hearts and in our souls. I go and do a house blessing next week to someone who's been a counselee with me for a long time, and she's got a new home and everything. And I said, do you really want me to give a house blessing in your house? I said, your husband's got to be there and your kids have to be there. Because what we're going to do, I said, I'll put it out there to you, we're going to go into every room and we're going to create the highest intention we can have of the space that we want to have in each one of those rooms. I don't care if it's the attic. I don't care if it's the garage. I don't care if it's the front porch, the backyard, the laundry room, the master's quarters, the bedrooms, the kitchen, the living room, the den. We need to set a vibration in there. Otherwise, your home is still going to be everybody, still the exception to the friggin' rule. So on all fronts, we're about a revolution now, aren't we? On all fronts, we're about a revolution in our lives. In your school, principals, receptionists, the people who do these humble tasks. I always wish I'd be one of these doormen, No, really. Because Yogananda said, it's better to sweep the streets with God in your heart than to have some highfalutin, big shot-itis job that you think you're somebody. So doormen had just greeted everyone with the heart space. Choo, 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 or Trader Joe's. People come by. Choo. I'll tell you, we have our kids are in Georgia, so we go there and I go to a Sprouts there. Everybody in Georgia, the line, huge. Why? Because the person at the thing has got that Georgia hospitality. Yeah, what's happening? And then the next person, hey, what's happening? You get a handyman over to your house, and he comes over and just chewing with you for a half hour. Could you please do the job? Hospitality, man. All right, so Dream Lover song. You guys ready for this? Bobby. All right, I'm going to change the word from girl to love, okay? Every night I hope and pray. Right on, right on. Intuitive imagination for your dream affair. Your epic, greatest love story ever told is between your heart and the divine beloved. Every night I hope and pray a dream lover will come my way. See, I know the most depressed people are those who have stopped dreaming. I had a beautiful talk with a beautiful soul yesterday, and I know she's in a tremendous amount of pain, as we all are, unless we're making an exception, unless we're in, complete denial, which I'll give you the outcome from AA in a minute, right? And she said, my whole mind is wrapped in the pain. I go, of course, because it's unwrapped from the heart. It's unwrapped from the truth. Where else is it going to go? Worried about your children, maybe. It's wrapped around something. But when it's wrapped around the heart, in the heart space, there is no more pain. There is no more downer. And you're now dreaming again. You're dreaming again about one true love. The most reliable true love. The universal love is the most reliable. Whereas every human, until their consciousness is anchored in truth, is ever unreliable. A love to hold in my arms. See, we could have had this service here. We just, sometimes I'd put pillows in my workshops, and then, so people don't feel like when we hug, they need a little buffer. Because the human stuff, they're a little too on edge with. So we put a pillow there. But sometimes I have them even sit back and let a person come back and there's a pillow. And just stay in that pillow embrace for a while. It's punishment. To get you out of your own prison, dear. To get out of your own prison. People hate my stuff. They hate my stuff. I started years ago here. We sat in chairs. We sat across from each other. And we go eye to eye. I just get them, help them into their heart. Help them into the soul. We did songs like this. We danced and everything and sit and then just see if you can just let the heart come alive as you look through the windows of the soul into this divine spirit, beloved. The same source that's in everything is in this person's eyes, in this person's being, and just see if you can just drop your stuff and melt into the embrace of love. So, a love to hold in my arms and know the magic of her charms. You know what's charming about love that's in your heart space? You know what's really charming? Is that it's spontaneous. It's a surprise. You don't know what's going to hit you next, but it gets you, and it gets you into a place where it's more love than ever before. So much love's in my heart. It's spontaneous, and it always wants to give you a surprise. Now, is your love like that in life, kids? Spontaneous. In the moment, you get a heart pang, you get a little idea in your heart, and boom, you want to go tell that loved one, let's go, let's do this, let's do that. Or is it you got all the duckies in the row? Oh, yeah, she'll get mad if I don't get her the little card and the little gift at this particular time. Well, you might have to break out of jail on that one, too. Or you send a card and you write something, but you don't mean it. That you got to chuck, too. Because all that stuff isn't helping nobody, and it ain't helping you. You got to find something that is charming about what's going on in your heart. Because I want yeah, 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 a love, yeah, 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 to call, yeah, 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 my own, yeah, yeah. I want a dream lover. I want a dream lover. I really, really need a little bit. A little bit. Dang, you guys are going to hang out in your head today and not even give your heart a chance by letting it know, I just need a little moment in my heart space, for God's sake, today. Check it out. You've got to break the ice sometime, darling. You can't keep spending day after day, week after week, because you know it. The end is going to be here. You're going to be dead at the end. It's a dead end. And the only thing that the great love is going to then whisper in your little heart is, how much have you loved me? How much have you loved me? I want a dream lover so I don't have to dream alone. So I was telling this same beautiful soul yesterday, I said, maybe let's approach this thing about depression and the pain and the mind wrapped up in all the negative stuff the mind is saying to it. Let's see if we can have try another little dance, another little angle, a little dance with this whole thing, this dance with God, right? And I said, maybe that if you just shared it with the beloved, the lover, the dream lover in your heart, just shared it. I'm feeling like hell today, and share it with the beloved. I just screwed up again, whatever the mind's going to say, and share it with the beloved. Because you know one thing love loves? You know what it loves? It loves for you to let go and let love. Take your whole package of you, the mind stuff, the emotion stuff, the disillusionment stuff, the worry stuff, the fear stuff, life's unfair, I'm not understood, it didn't happen the way I wanted to, stuff, and just breathe in a big breath of divine love in the center of your heart, and then let go with all of your stuff, and let go and just rest in love, because someday you're going to be resting in peace anyway. Just rest. Give your mind a break today. Give this heart some much needed relief today. And just let go and let love surrender back into love. It's so beautiful. Take all that pain and just let go and say, God, there's so much pain, but at least I'm dreaming the pain with you. At least I'm dreaming with you, my dream lover. Yeah, I feel pain. Yeah, I'm just going to cry. Yeah, I'm paralyzed. I can't get out of the house. Yeah. But at least I'm dreaming it with you. Try that. Try that. You're still going to hold out and still be an exception to a rule. But at least share that with God. Hey, we're going to be an exception together. I'm going to go mess up. Lord, come with me. There was a true story of an alcoholic that was, doing real well. And finally, you know how it happens? You just get blindsided, or you just find yourself at the bar again, But he had gotten a little spirituality, and he had a little love in his heart, and he went to the bar, and he says, well, I think I can have a drink or two because God's with me. So he ordered, and he ordered a bud, and he said to God, this bud's for you. The only problem there is once you get caught in the delusion, you're not feeling the love anymore. So that's where the exception to the rule always leads. Dream lover, where are you? Dream lover, where are you? Where are you? If you're just existing with some other person, and you say, wow, I'm still 25 years married, 30 years married, or you're looking for someone, you got to ask yourself, dream lover, where are you? Maybe you're going to discover them first in your own heart, so then you can see this person not as someone you're just existing with, where there's no more surprise and magic, in the relationship at all because they're turned off to your spirituality and you can't really express yourself. So it's just the same old thing and there's no magic, or you're afraid to have some magic and spontaneity, you know? Where are you? With a love oh so true and the hand that I can hold to feel you near as I grow old, because I want, a love, to call, my own, I want a dream lover, so I don't have to dream alone. Someday, I don't know how, I hope she'll hear my plea. That's the beloved inside your heart. It hearing your plea. It's truly hearing your plea. Oh my God, the lover hears your plea. Some way, I don't know how she'll bring her love to me. I don't know, but I'm going to bring my love to her, perhaps. Dream lover. Until then, I'll go to sleep and dream again. That's the only thing to do. Because I want, a love, to call my own, I want a dream lover, so I don't have to dream alone. Until then, I'll go to sleep and dream again. That's the only thing to do. It's all my lover's dreams come true. Till all my lover's dreams come true. Because I want a love to call my own. Please don't make me dream alone. I beg you, don't make me dream alone. No, I don't want to dream alone. Bobby Darin. Cool, huh? See, that's what happens when you start to get a little bit more into a love space with yourself and into your heart space, that you hear songs, old songs, somebody says something, and your heart and your soul turned it into this divine love affair. And so these old songs are just so classic. But let me tell you this acronym for denial, DENIAL. Don't even notice it's a lie. Denial is not even noticing it's a lie. That's what denial is. Because, as last week we talked about big shotism, It's not a lie. The ego is so treacherous, my dears, that I think we all need to go into some really good rehab. Really good rehab. Repeat this after me. This moment, this breath takes me to my heart. Everybody. This moment, this breath takes me to my heart. Where you, my beloved, are waiting. Where you, my beloved, are waiting. This moment, this breath takes me to my heart. This moment, this breath takes me to my heart. Where you, my beloved, are waiting. Where you, my beloved, are waiting. In my heart, you are waiting for me. In my heart, you are waiting for me. In my heart, we laugh and we play. In my heart, we laugh and we play. In my heart, we love and we pray. In my heart, we love and we pray. 'Cause that's where we love to stay. 'Cause that's where we love to stay. In my heart, we love to stay. In my heart, we love to stay. So one word can get you pretty into the door, at least, into the heart space if you want it to be, and it's this word, beloved. Beloved. You have to save the word, Because like when going to school and taking my little golden doodle, they said you have to have an emergency word. And an emergency treat. The one your dog goes crazy for. And you should only use that word when you have the treat and it really needs to be an emergency. You don't give that treat or use that word for anything else. It's an emergency word. I'm still trying to find it, but I think I found the treat. It's one of these little chew stick things that you get them at Sprouts, a little chew stick. Because when I say chew stick, I could say treat and have my other treats. I always have them in my pocket. You want one? A treat that your heart is giving you. Come on. But the treat that is just the blow mind thing they love the most, and the word. So for me, it's going to be chew stick, because when I say chew stick, she goes, hoorah! She goes crazy. So the word to get into our hearts could be chew stick. Could be any word you want. But for me, it's beloved. And what happens to me when I say that word, beloved, I just come right back to whatever the heck I was. Whatever kind of emotion, whatever I was doing, wherever my mind was, temptations, whatever. Beloved. And I come in, the first thing that I do when I say that word, beloved, I take a big breath, man. And I receive God's love. I receive divine mercy. I receive everything I need from my higher self. And exhale, and then all of a sudden, I feel back. I'm back to kind of where I left off, you know. If you guys have a hard time sitting, praying, meditating, and each time you go there and everything is just like, you hadn't found your secret word, and you haven't gotten into your heart space enough, because we got to pick up from where we left off. We can't let our minds, we can't keep deceiving ourselves and be in denial for too long these days now, because we got to get back into my heart, just to tell you that I love you, okay? Beloved, sing. Beloved, 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 in my heart we long to stay. 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 One more round. This moment, this breath takes me to my heart. Everyone, this moment, this breath takes me to my heart, where you, my beloved, are waiting. Where you, my beloved, are waiting. This moment, this breath takes me to my heart. This moment, this breath takes me to my heart, where you, my beloved, are waiting. See, intuitive imagination. You probably with the old mind, and it's so dark, the old mind. It is so non-believing, you know. It's so non-alcoholic when you're just a raging alcoholic. And it's so in denial that it just can't even, it just despises anything of the light, you know. So in my heart, you're waiting for me, may take a little bit of fire and some determination on your part that you even believe it. Like your shirt, believe in love. That love is waiting in your heart, not the mind wrapped in pain or worried about your children or wondering why you really are depressed these days. In my heart, wait. In my heart, you are waiting for me. In my heart, you are waiting for me. In my heart, we laugh and we play. In my heart, we laugh and we play. In my heart, we love and we pray. In my heart, we love and we pray. 'Cause that's where we love to stay. 'Cause that's where we love to stay. In my heart, we love to stay. In my heart, we love to stay. Beloved, here it is. Beloved, Might even bring some tears one of these days when you say that word. Beloved. Definitely will put you into your heart space. Beloved, in my heart we long to stay. 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 Please repeat these words. One more little thing to have as your private going within time this morning, because you know in prison nobody's going to want to do this. In your own prison you're not going to want to do it, but we did it anyway this morning, okay? So one more song and be kind of upbeat at the end. Let's repeat these words. As you love me, I love you too. As you love me, I love you too. Because you are my beloved. You are my beloved. And you live inside my heart. And you live inside my heart. Baby, you've got to let go. It's time to rock and roll. Baby, you've got to let go. It's time to rock and roll. Rocking in love. Rocking and rolling. Inside your heart. Inside my heart. Rocking in love. Rocking and rolling. Inside my heart. Inside my heart. That's the best thing that can happen in your heart space right there, uninterrupted. As breath comes in, you love me. As it goes out, I love you too. Once you guys become, the novice, and then maybe the next level up, the apprentice, novice, and then the expert, then the sharpshooter, and then the master of being in your own heart space of unbelievable divine love, uninterrupted. Never goes away. It's here to stay. As you love me, I love you too. Y'all want to sing that? And see, I know in prison they're not going to want to feel in their hearts, and you're in your prison now. And I know it's hard and it's time to go almost, and there's things to do. This is breakthrough time. As you love me, I love you too. Again, please. As you love me, I love you too. Because you're my beloved. Because you are my beloved. My beloved. My beloved. My beloved. Oh yeah, you are my beloved. And you live inside my heart. And you live inside my heart. Inside my heart. Inside my heart. Inside my heart. Okay, here's where we have a little fun. 1, 2, 3. Oh, baby, you've got to let go. It's time to rock and roll. Oh, baby, you've got to let go. It's time to rock and roll. Oh, baby, you've got to let go. It's time to rock and roll. Oh, baby, you've got to let go. It's time to rock and roll. We're rocking in love, yeah, yeah, yeah. We're rocking and rolling, yeah, yeah, yeah. At least the yeah, yeahs, huh? You'll feel better if you do the yeah, yeahs. Rocking in love, yeah, yeah, yeah. We're rocking and rolling, yeah, yeah, yeah. Inside our hearts, inside our hearts, inside our heart, inside our heart, inside our heart, inside our heart. We're rockin', 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 rockin'. We're rockin' in love, yeah, yeah, yeah. We're rockin' and rollin', yeah, yeah, yeah. We're rockin' in love, yeah, yeah, yeah. We're rockin' and rollin', yeah, yeah, yeah. Inside our hearts, 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 inside our hearts. 'Cause you are my beloved, my beloved, my beloved. And you live inside, and you live inside my heart, inside my heart, inside my heart. Thank you for looking within, everybody. So appreciate you spending your precious time here this morning. And as you just witness the thoughts now and the feelings and the heartbeat, perhaps the breath, and anything else, the restlessness, perhaps, the thought forms that are maybe trying to categorize what just happened this morning, and you make quick decisions, you know. You guys are choosing some things, maybe none, maybe there's a distillation of some kind, but you've already made up your mind, you know. Each of you have already made up your mind what this morning has meant to you. Be very careful that you're not in denial. Be very careful that you're not an exception. That human conduct is ever unreliable until it's anchored in divine. We are absolutely helpless and hopeless here until we turn to the light of our lives. Let's rub our hands and ask the Holy Spirit for help with all of this. Focus in your heart space. See if there's a little bit of a glimmer in there, a little something, a little more hope, maybe a little more, less your mind wrapped in pain. Maybe it's wrapped in this possibility, you know. Maybe it's wrapped into the presence, who knows? But imagine it, intuitively imagine it. Inhale the breath, one mighty Om to conclude our morning. And let's just fold our hands in. You can put your left hand on the heart again, lower your chin, bow your head, and have the most beautiful heart space day ever. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you. Huh?